That's it.
Yeah. Young Gerald. Yeah. Die line with the boom pow. Every week now I switch to a new style. 212s in the back just blew out. Everything I do end up in the news now. Yeah. Lead a club with a few now. Just some Hollywood and they do. I'm in the mood now. 2 a.m. What you wanna do now? What you wanna do now? Little baby pass. Don't spill on me, that's Margella. Got this Oakland game to tell her. She look familiar. Like Coachella, what's her name? Isabella, forget it, yeah. It's like a week ago, but we both know how weekends go. Tryna function, got some places we could go. Lot y'all got me speaking slow like, yeah, I'm blessed. I don't GA, you tryna, yes on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't go. Say less. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, time of possession is something to watch. The Ravens are top 10 in first downs, and they go up against a Dolphins team that wants to control the game as well. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, we are coming to you from the heart of Baltimore, nestled between Russell Street and I-395. We're at M&T Bank Stadium. The Raven defense taking the field a few moments ago, and their all-time leading sack man, Terrell Suggs, was firing up the troops. They get set for what should be a good matchup with the Miami Dolphins. Alongside Gordon and Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, it will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back now that they know that chasing the 1972 Dolphins is out the window.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL. And we're underway on EA Sports. To return, here's Michael Campanaro. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. They'll be led out by their quarterback in his 10th year now from Delaware. It's Joe Flacco.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
The first carry for the vet, Danny Woodhead. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
2nd down following the run. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Woodhead. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Here's Woodhead. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on 3rd down. Now it's Woodhead. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. So it'll be first down here after the run. A break from the ground game here. Flacco. He hits West underneath. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. And he's got the hook up for the first time with a veteran, Jeremy Maclin. The numbers there in last week's effort for Maclin. 4 catches, 87 yards.
And aren't we approaching the halfway point of the season? I mean, we're midway through this one, and we're seeing big numbers from him just about every week, and that's why he's leading the league. One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Setting up to throw, Flacco. Dumps it off to Woodhead. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. And a look at the starters for the Miami defense.
Leadership comes in all forms and all varieties. And when you think about secondaries, you often think about leadership coming from the safety position. But for the Dolphins, Byron Maxwell provides it from the cornerback position. Been in the league for a while, seen a little bit of everything, and still has the ability to cover bigger, taller wide receivers that stalk the NFL fields.
2nd down now after the pass completion. Flacco will take to the air again. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Flacco hooking up with Wallace for a Raven first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing before 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it. Because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
On first down. Flacco. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cameron Wake in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Flacco here on second down. And Perriman's got it for a Raven touchdown. Rashawn Perriman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. Leading them out, a man in his 11th year now out of Oregon State, and that's Matt Moore.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. Now Moore. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And he will be hit with a lot of force and spun down at the 44-yard line. A look now at the Miami offense.
What I've always liked about Julius Thomas that kind of got lost a little bit the last couple of seasons is his basketball background. Remember, he played that in college before becoming a tight end in the NFL, and he's got to get back to that. Playing above the rim, boxing people out so they can't get to him on pass routes. If he gets back to being that power forward he used to be, I think the returns would be really, really nice for the Miami Dolphins.
Now Moore to throw on second down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play. And just like that, it's third down. And here are the Raven defensive starters.
Eric Weddle had a really impressive 2016 with the Baltimore Ravens. Still showed his ability to range deep in the secondary, as well as drop down in the box against the run. Rewarded with his 4th Pro Bowl after the season.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. From the gun, Moore. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. In his 5th year from UCLA, here's Jeff Locke to kick it away. Back deep for the Ravens, Michael Campanaro. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And now here come the Ravens. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Throwing here on first down. Flacco. He hits his target. Left side, Watson. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A gain of 6 there on first. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
4 yards remaining now on second down. Flacco fakes the give. Sets to throw. Oh, look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. On the ground, this is Woodhead. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They run again with Woodhead. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Meanwhile, we will not get another play as time will run out on this first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Baltimore after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They're facing a tough spot. 3rd and 8 here to start things out. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And he's got his man. That's Macklin. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Operating off play action. Flacco. He can't get him down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. The play clock's running down. Passing play. Flacco going long here for one. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mike Wallace, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Tucker now to add the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
side. This is Stills. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Second down following the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action and hit them over the top.
Giant. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs.
Let's go!
Here's Moore, operating from the gun. And it's caught by Parker. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Moore. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I can't say that I was really in love with the play call there. A draw in that situation, I know it's a risk-reward call. If it works, he walks in. But otherwise, you're bringing up a really tough 4th down situation.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches, you say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
They'll try to run with a J. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Jay Ajayi, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run by Jay Ajayi. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. First and 10 here for Flacco. He'll drop it underneath for Woodhead. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Second down, Flacco now. Finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. The Ravens on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, Flacco. It's caught by Woodhead. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
Denny Woodhead only played in 2 games last season due to a knee injury. But when he comes out of the backfield on 3rd down, that's usually gold.
First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Macklin. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes him.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Rashawn Perriman, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. managing risk. This is a big decision here.
All right, here we go.
They'll begin the drive with a J. And now running right through it. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. And before the second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. To throw on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Stills over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. The Dolphins move it with a sense of urgency here. To throw is Moore. Off play action. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on first down? On the screen, this is Woodhead. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Operating out of the gun. Flacco to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt, and that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice and ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
All right, Brandon, back to you guys in a minute. But first, it's indeed time for our EA Sports halftime report. The Ravens are happy to be sitting in the locker room with a lead. The Dolphins just want to come out after the half and claw their way back into the game. All right, let's roll those moving pictures. Now midway through the first, Flacco able to get this one in the hands of the speedster Rashad Perriman. And this play goes for a score. That takes the lead up to 7. 3rd and 7. The catch will be made deep down the field, and it leads to a touchdown. As they move out in front, 14-0. Dolphins have it midway through the second. Moore is going to complete the pass, and he'll be tackled at the 21-yard line. Later on the drive, Ajayi is going to look for space, and finally on play 12, they score. Dolphins down by 7. Now 1st and 10, Woodhead's by himself here, and he'll be tackled at the 46-yard line. Continuing on the drive, Flacco's going to complete the pass, and he caps off the 6-play drive with the score. That puts them on top by 14.
Okay, Larry, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. Shelling through the defense. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
do that? I'm doing it now. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
They set up the screen to Ajayi, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Second and just 1. Now Moore. From the gun, he'll throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Terrell Suggs able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Moore. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Here's Ajayi. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Well, he appears well on his way to another big game. You remember 2016, partner. He became just the 4th player in NFL history to have 3 200-yard rushing games in a season.
2 of them were back-to-back. Steelers in Week 6, Bills in Week 7. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Moore now. Off the play fake. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Here's Moore, operating from the gun. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Jeff Locke now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And problem spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Fresh set of downs here. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They run with Woodhead. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a carry here for Terrence West. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That was a nice play by the defense, but the offense can't let that one play define them. Let it go, move on, and start over again.
The Ravens on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Flacco from the gun. Airing one out for Macklin. Deep down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Jeremy Macklin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Tucker now for the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And out come the Dolphins now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game. To throw on 2nd down. Moore. And he goes
goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Quentin Coples in there to bury him for a loss of 11. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack. Although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that. And the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you're facing intentional grounding call. The
Dolphins on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be third and forever. Moore from the gun. He'll throw to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 4th down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Here's Jeff Locke now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Campanero on the return. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Second down following the run. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The Ravens on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
When I see Cameron Wake make plays like that, I can't help but shake my head sometimes. He had to go to Canada first before he came back to the NFL, where he's now an all-pro.
Yeah, undrafted out of Penn State, but look at him now.
And just think about all the pass rushing moves he has, his ability to play against the run. Remember, he was a combo outside linebacker, defensive end. Now he's just simply one of the best in the NFL.
So on 4th down, Flacco off to the sidelines. He gives way to Justin Tucker. From the right hash, this from 53. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll start out on the ground with a jive. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. 7 yards to go on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the fourth. The Dolphins on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
From the gun, Moore. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Quentin Coples in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
Was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Here we go. 3-19.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's to his running back, complete. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
To throw is Moore on 1st and 10. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he is taken down deep in Baltimore territory. A gain of 39 that time.
The well-executed slant routes are based on timing, and that one was hit just right. Ball out of the quarterback's hands quickly, right to the receiver. He catches it on the run, and you saw the end result. Big-time run after catch. They love those rack yards.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, line it.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is caught for a touchdown. We'll check the flag, but it looked like a clear offsides, and it should stand.
Offside. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Now Parkey for the extra point. He's got it, and the score's now 27-14. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return man, Chris Moore. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now here's Danny Woodhead, he and the offense gearing up to take the field. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
They'll start on the ground here with Woodhead. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Where Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you that is. Don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. Dumps it off to Woodhead. And oh, he coughed it up.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Ravens on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Baltimore is going to go here. It's Flacco. Flushed out right. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And they're not able to convert on 4th down.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over, and they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now Moore, operating from the gun. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. Now it's Ajayi. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from tilting the rock that much.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
All right, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
This is Ajayi. Ajayi hit. He lost the football. And the Ravens have got it.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It's a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And there's so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. Setting up to throw, Flacco. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Macklin. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll need to get the play off quickly. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got room. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Toss it to Woodhead. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. Now a handoff looking right. And some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. The Ravens on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Flacco. And that is incomplete.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. So now here come the Dolphins. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
More now on first down. Down. The Ravens able to get to him. Quentin Coples in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Here's Moore looking to throw on second down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area. So no grounding call.
The Dolphins on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 19.
All right, here we go.
More now. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Ravens taking the field. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. To a knee goes Flacco, and that should be it. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Baltimore, the win form is number 6 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Miami, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll be at home for one next week against the Oakland Raiders. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.
Yeah, pulling up with the coupe.
Oh my goodness.
Must have done same with the roof.
Oh my goodness.
You sitting looking stupid on the stoop.
Oh my goodness.
I would take notes if I were